are live and ready to rock. Sunshine, that's a little rude, babe. How you just gonna jump on and ask a question? Are you even part of my community? Are you following me? Have you said hello yet? Y'all, please don't be rude. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. Jeez, that's how you gonna walk in somebody's house and be like, "Are we getting back together?" Hi. Okay, so y'all, the way I operate is you must be following me or subscribed, depending on what avenue you are connecting with me. So, um, so the way it works here is we're going to do some yes no questions. I absolutely loathe relationship questions. Like, I loathe relationship questions. I really do. Why? Because you're dealing with somebody else's energy and they didn't give you permission to do that, right? So if we're going to ask relationship questions, they need to come from your point of view, not someone else's point of view, please. Because again, you don't have permission to be in somebody else's energy, right? Yeah. So in order to get a reading, a yes no reading, then I'm sorry, I was trying to see if I had a comment over there. Why, thank you. But in order to get a yes no reading, you need to be following me. If you would like to skip the line, then you'll help me meet my goal, because that would be awesome. Matter of fact, let me pin it for you so you can see it. So that would be absolutely awesome. And then I do offer fuller readings, so instructions are right there. All right, y'all. So, hi, Jen. Hi, Mariana. All right, I'm about to do a list. I'm going to do a list of 5. That's where we're going to start. Again, if you're coming in here with a relationship question, your question needs to be coming from your point of view. Okay? So I really don't like relationship questions, but they need to come from your point of view. Hey, Pammy. What's up? Okay. So again, all relationship questions need to come from your point of view. Do not ask me how someone else feels. Do not ask me that. That's somebody else's energy. And I don't have permission to tap into all of that, okay? Other thing. Well, let's get started. All right. So again, you have to be following me, subscribed if you're on the other platforms. I think I connected chat. All right. So let me scroll up a little bit. And so we're going to do yes, no questions. Again, if you'd like a fuller read, information's on that board. Oh, y'all, that's so interesting. I just learned something new. I get to read your comments without, like, with a black background. I just swiped over. Oh, that's so neat. All right, so gift givers do get to go first. Oh my gosh. Why, thank you, Stargazer. I really appreciate it. And you just jumped in front. All right, so Stargazer. I have Stargazer down. They followed, and they're doing that. I have Mariana. I'm taking the 5 for now, and then we'll come back to this. Who is this? Is that Nessa? If I call your name and you're not here, you're totally going to miss it. What? Thank you, Stargazer. All right, so hold on. Velvet Moon, did you have a question? All right, I'm making sure. Why, thank you, Mariana. So you're definitely going to be second. I appreciate that. Rock the stage. What? Okay. Now, give me 1 second. I'm going to write my list of 5, and then I'll ask you for your question. All right, so I got Stargazer, I got Mariana. All right, Nessa, if you're still here, you're going to go third. Then we have Jen Dimick, if you're still here. And then we have Toya. All right, so those are going to be my first 5, all right, y'all? Okay, those are my first 5. So again, if you're coming in here with a relationship question, the relationship question has to be from your point of view, not from anyone else's. That makes it better. Okay, so we're going to start with Stargazer. Stargazer, what is your question and your first name? Alicia or Alicia? 1 or 2, Alicia or Alicia? Alicia 1, Alicia 2. Alicia. Okay, Alicia. All right, so Alicia is asking, will I win my state pageant and go to nationals? Will Alicia win her state pageant and go to nationals? All right, y'all give me 1 second here. Will Alicia win her state pageant and go to nationals? All right, so those are kind of 2 separate questions. So strengthen that question for me, because I'm not getting, oh, never mind. Okay. I'm trying to hear what the story to this is. All right, so Alicia, this would have been a yes card, right? So this is one of my favorite cards. This is the 7 of Pentacles. And so that's basically like tending to your harvest and watching it bloom, getting ready to do that. Except there's usually something that's not totally paid attention to. So there's that one last thing that's missing. So that is usually what it is. So it's usually a yes card. It's an earth card. And so you got it in the reverse, because in the upright, it is investment, long-term vision, patience, perseverance. But in the reverse, one of the words that jump out to me, and I'll tell you that in just a second. I'm going to show you guys what cards I'm using in case you are curious. So I just pinned them. So in the reverse, though, it is impatience, lack of long-term vision, missed opportunities, lack of progress, and disappointment. So it's the disappointment and the lack of progress that jumps out to me. So those last 2 things. This to me, though, is not an outright no card, okay? Because it's a yes card, but in the reverse. So it's yes, leaning towards no, which means there's something you can still do to ensure that you have a better outcome. So what is this one thing that you still have left to put together, or, you want to make sure like all your T's are crossed, all your I's are dotted, because there's something that you're not paying attention to. Maybe you got to practice more with questions, or whatever, however the pageant thing works for you. Maybe it's like just learning how to relax and not be so wound up and uptight. So, and then that impatience word is like really sticking out to me too. So it's like, I'm getting like, you need to be enjoying the process. You need to really enjoy the process of being in a pageant, of meeting the other girls, of going after a goal. And it's like, if you don't enjoy that process, you're going to miss this last thing that you have to put in place, and that's going to lead to your disappointment. That would lead to your lack of progress of moving through the pageant. So consider that, look that up, like not look it up, but like go through your things, like what are you missing, what is not fully planted, what is not what's not fully in place, you know? And then on top of that, think about enjoying the process and not so much focusing totally on a win. The confidence. Yeah. So, and that does make sense, Alicia. You got to work on it because confidence is what's going to sell, right? Confidence is what's going to get you. Confidence is going to help you stand out. And so I think one of the things you got to do is plant more confidence in yourself, and you're going to do that by really like listing what makes you great. Like, why are you doing this? Why should you be chosen? What is your story? Like, what makes you stand out? Like, you need to like build your own resume for yourself so that you can see what a badass you are. Because first of all, it takes confidence to go for that. Like, it really does. So you need to know that part. It takes confidence to go for a pageant. Okay. In doing that, that already is like part of your story right there. Like, I'm going for it. So that's a big thing. And so that's what you need to do is like build up your own confidence by putting out your resume. List yourself and why you. Why would you be a great asset to the next level? That's it. I hope that makes sense. Did that make sense? Y'all are rude. Please don't be rude and just jump in here just because you see me with some cards and just asking questions. Say hello. Follow me. And then get in line. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, just pay attention to that part. Hi, how are you? Okay, Mariana, please put your question below. Oh, thank you. Now, who did that? Johnny, and is that Adelaide? Johnny and Adelaide. All right, I got y'all two on the list. I will circle back for the others, but I'm trying to see if Mariana, are you here? Okay, I'm going to call for you one more time. Mariana, are you here? Oh, there you are. You put it in the what? I don't know what that means. You put it in the what? Put it in the chat, I'm guessing. Oh, well, I need you to do it again because I don't see it and I'm not going to scroll up. So can you put your question one more time? Hi, Rosa. If you can put it for me. After Mariana, okay, hold on. I got your question. Will be Nessa if Nessa is still here. Ooh, y'all are moving too fast. Slow down. All right, so Mariana. Mariana says, will I ever get over my depression? Girl, you got my goosebumps going. Let me see. First of all, who the heck is trying to come up here? I don't do guests. Y'all. Because first of all, I don't trust y'all. I don't know y'all yet. All right. So Mariana, will Mariana ever get over her depression? I did hear a yes, but there's a but to it. So let me see what that but is going to be. Will Mariana get over her depression? And what card is that? See? Yes. Okay. So thank you. I will have to go back and figure out who that was from in a second. Okay. So Mariana, you have the four. Okay. You have the Four of Cups. You have the Four of Cups up in reverse, upside down, whatever. And In the upright, this would be a no card, right? But like I said, it's in the reverse. So it's a no leaning towards a yes. And the reason it's no is because it is contingent upon you. So it really is a matter of are you willing to do the work for that, right? Because it doesn't just vanish. Um, so that's going to be on you. Like, are you willing to do the work to dig yourself out of the depression? So that's going to be part of it, right? So that's why it's a no, because if you're not willing to do the work, if you're not willing to put the energy into it, if you're not willing to get up and shower every day, because a shower just makes you feel so much better. If you're not willing to get up and basically give yourself minimum self-care, period, brushing your teeth, washing your hair or combing your hair or whatever, and showering every day, that like those are the first steps towards getting out of depression. Depression will have you not doing all that stuff. Though there is, what do they call it? Working depression, active depression, something like that. So anyway, so that's the no part of it. But again, it leans towards yes. Because again, if you do the work, guess what? You will. And one of the reasons why I'm saying this is on you, right? Is because in the upright, the Four of Cups, what I like about the Four of Cups is sorry. What I like about the Four of Cups is that it's really on us. Okay. So one of the things that's really big about it is there are cups in front of us, cups, opportunities, cups going through our own, going through our emotions, because cups are about emotions. So this actually works out very well for you. So it's like being given the opportunity to heal, to get up, to get something, and you're refusing it. I want you to see this up close. So, YouTube guys, you're not going to see it, but I want you to see that up close. Like, look at that card. The arms are crossed, the legs are crossed. So, this is saying, this person is saying no, but divinely, you're being given opportunities. And so, here's an opportunity in front of you. Here is an opportunity for you to take. You're asking the question. That means you need to be willing to do the work for it. Okay. And I'll also tell you something I had to learn over these last 3 years is that physical health really is mental health. So that's going for a walk or going to the gym, um, it just, you have to change your diet in more than just what you put in your mouth. You also have to change your diet and what you put in your head. So that's scrolling past things that are negative, right? Not paying attention to what's going on, like those kinds of things. Because right now, you are of the utmost importance, your own mental health. So you have to scroll by all those things, okay? Um, First of all, let me address this real quick. Eating good with Mickey. I pray every day. My gift is of God. This is just a visual. I already got the answer before I even looked at a card. This is a visual for people. It's kind of like a picture book. Okay? So, me and God, we are real tight. We've been tight before a 2,000-year-old book. We are really tight. And yeah. Anyway, so um, so again, on this level is don't refuse. Don't refuse what is being handed to you. Opportunities. If somebody asks you to go out, like let's go catch a movie, let's go for a walk, let's go do something. Don't refuse it. Say yes, because you keep saying no to things. So say yes. Or if like a thought pops in your head and it's like, get up and take a shower, don't say no. Say yes. Get up and go take the shower. Okay. You've got to practice yes when it comes down to feeding yourself and your soul. Okay. So, will you get out of depression? Absolutely. If you're going to do the work. If you're going to do the work. Okay. It's not on your heart to tell me that because I literally prayed to God before I even got on here. Thank you very much, though. All right. So, I hate when people weaponize spirituality. Oh my God, that was icky. Okay. Anyway, did that register with you, Mariana? I hate that we had this interruption. Did that make sense to you? Yes? Okay. Um, it's on you, babe. You've got to do the work. You got to do the work. So, like I said, also feed your brain something different. When I was going through a very, very heavy time, I listened to sermons, I listened to audiobooks, I listened to uplifting music, gospel music. I listened to whatever was going to lift my spirits. And then sometimes you just got to have a good cry. Sometimes that has to happen. And so I would listen to things that I know would let me be emotional. And cups are that for you. It's emotion. So give into it. Let your emotions spill out, and then you can get up and do something else. All right. So I am now on Nessa. Nessa, are you here? All right. Nessa, are you here? I'm going to go past to Jen. Jen, are you here? Adelaide, hold on. You're not up yet. Jen, are you here? Yeah, I have. Okay, so it looks like Nessa's not here. It looks like Jen is not here. Toya, are you here? I have Toya, Johnny, Adelaide, and then I'll go back into the list. In order to get your questions right, guys, you have to be following me. Um, and if you want to jump to the front of the line, then please help me with my goal. No worries, Adelaide. Okay, so, alrighty. Anybody else? Okay, so Toya's not here. All right, we're moving right along. Johnny, are you here? Look like you might be next. Adelaide. Oh, there's Johnny. Johnny, what's your question? There's Johnny. Sorry, I'm old school, yo. I'm 46. Okay, Makaria, I got you down. Oh, it's Heidi. I love that movie. Was it Makaria? What was it? Yeah, Makaria. Johnny, what's your question? Did I miss it? Yeah, I'm waiting on you. Okay, is tech a good career choice for myself moving forward? What do you mean by tech? Because tech is so broad. Do you have an idea? Or are you just wanting to know about like just entering that industry? Okay. Engineering is a little broad too, but that's okay. We'll take it. Okay, so is engineering a good field for Johnny to go into? Let me see. How did you word it? Because I want to get it right. So is engineering a good career choice moving forward? Okay. Thank you, Gina. Got you on the list. Hold on. Is engineering. Ah. Is engineering a good field for Johnny? A good career field for Johnny. Alrighty. So is engineering a good career field? Okay. Is engineering. Okay. is engineering. So prompt engineering and machine learning. I got to see if that's my human self or if that's what I just heard spiritually. So give me a second. So is machine learning engineering. Is that a good move for you? I'm definitely hearing a yes, actually. Like I just heard a big one over here. So, whoop, and you got it. Oh my gosh. So not only is it a yes, right? Hold on. Not only is it a yes, you got the Page of Pentacles. The page is the student, is the messenger / student, right? So the page is a student. And then if you notice, it's the Page of Pentacles. So I'm going to show you really quickly. It's holding his big old money in his hands, right? So yes, the answer is definitely, hold on, I'm trying to let YouTube see this card real quick. The answer is definitely a yes for you, Johnny. You can see the big old yes right there. And like I said, the page is the student, is holding up the valuable coin, and it's a big one. And this is really your focus. And so the words here at the bottom are opportunity, learning, exploration, focus, and practicality. And so I want you to say, pay attention to this. It says, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. New ideas can change your life. Given the fact that we are in this AI era, like I actually teach people how to do simple prompts and stuff. But given that we're into this AI era, that's basically saying prepare for the future, because we are like snowballing through this thing. So absolutely, Johnny, absolutely. That is it for you, babe. So stay grounded and be focused on your goals. Heck yeah. I told you that was a big old yes over here. So, and I had like goosebumps coming up the legs. So yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to go to Heidi. Heidi, put your question in there. Hello. Hello, everyone. All right, so the way that this works is you get following me, and I will go back through the chat and find you. But people who help me with my goal up there, they get to jump the line. All right, so will Jeff be asking me out? Let's put that towards you and your energy. Hello, Nahal. Let's put that towards your energy. So reword that for me, please, from you. I don't want to get into someone else's. Thank y'all for liking the live. Oh my God, we already at 8,000. Thank you. I so appreciate it. I so appreciate it. Oh, the likes, the shares, the loves, the gifts. So the cards, by the way, that I'm using, they are the ones that are pinned right here on the video. I like these the best as beginner cards. In fact, I just ordered a second deck. But I like them the best because, as you see, it has the yes, no on it. It also has the regular, the standard Rider-Waite pictures and stuff. But what it has that other cards do not have is it has this quote over here, and it's usually some kind of quote that already exists out there in the universe. Like the one where a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. So that was one, right? But also it has a question here, and so that question helps to frame things as well. So will Jeff and I get together? Okay, let's try that. And then you'll see, obviously, it has the reverse and the upright keywords at the bottom. So these are really cool cards. Y'all can check them out in the pin right there. Let's see. Okay. Will Heidi and Jeff get together? We belong together. I heard Mariah. Okay, well, Heidi and Jeff, what am I hearing? Heidi and Jeff get together. I'm confused. Oh, why, thank you. Thank you so much for getting me halfway. And Gina, I got you on the list. You are going right after Makaria. Oh, and Norma, you just jumped on the list. All right, hold on. Let me focus a little bit, y'all. Hold on. Well, Heidi and Jeff. Let me make sure that was the name. Yes. Heidi and Jeff. Okay. That is what I heard. Is that hers? Yes. Hmm. I'm trying to hear the story of it. But what you did get is a no card. And I'm getting that this is yours. So this is the 5 of Cups. So this is an emotional card. And the keywords here are loss, grief, disappointment, and regret. And you see the person being alone. Like they're turning their back on the opportunity, right? Oops, sorry. Hold on, you guys. People wanted to go to the block party, so I had to sign their ticket. All right. I'm trying to get the full story of that. Like I'm trying to listen here. What is the full story? Because that's not a card that I would. Okay, so the quote on here is, "Don't regret the past. Look around. New opportunities are all around you." Have you been around the block with him before? I'm trying to keep myself away from my ex and find someone new. Okay, so that's not the play. That's not the play. Because if you're doing that, then that means you haven't let go of the past. That's what it is. Is like there's still some kind of a tie there. Hi, Monroe. There's still some kind of a tie there, because if you look at how you just worded it, I'm trying to keep myself away from my ex, which means you have the ability to go back to your ex, like the pull, the desire somewhere. So no, this is why it's a no, because you're supposed to be in solitude for a little bit. You have to be in solitude for a little bit. And have you grieved the end of your relationship yet? Because you got some keywords here, and I kind of feel like they all apply to you. So again, it's loss, grief, disappointment, and regret. So I feel like, yeah, okay. So I feel like there is, there's still the fact that, like, the way that you just worded that, the fact that you just worded it like that is telling me that it's not closed, finished, done, period. Like, yeah, you moved out, but there's still, these are cups. So there's still an attachment. Like, you got things. Okay, so there's 5 cups, right? So you got like 3 cups laying down on the ground. I'm sorry, I'm trying to let YouTube see it, but because I have the blur on or whatever. So you got these 5 cups. 3 of them are here on the ground. So it's like multiple chances, or the dreams of the relationship, or something, right? Those things are spilled and they're out. But you still have 2 remaining. Like that's saying that there's still something there. And yes, you turned your back on it, but it's still there. So you've got to actually close this door. You got to fully grieve it, not regret what you did, not regret the relationship, not regret the time you spent together. You got to Okay. One, that ain't none of your ex's business. That part. One is not any of your ex's business. This is all about you. This is not about someone else. This is the part I don't want you to miss. This is about you. This is a solitude figure. So this is just about you. And so instead of like trying to find someone new in this season, like right now, you need to be working on closing the door completely. And that's not just, oh, date somebody new. That's not doing the work. You have got to do the actual work. And that work of releasing this person, but also of being okay by yourself. You've got to be okay by yourself first before you can invite someone else in, because all you're going to be inviting someone into is these convoluted emotions, right? You don't want this to still be there. You don't want there to still be a chance or an opportunity, a sweet conversation or something later down the road that makes you either, change your mind, regret your choice, blah, 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 whatever the thing could possibly be. Okay. So, this has got to be dealt with. And it doesn't necessarily mean talking to your ex. This means you figuring out you for you. Before you invite anybody in, you got to close the door on everything. Okay. So you get it. This is all about you. This is a solitude card. This is all about you. Fives are about challenges, right? Challenges and things that you have to overcome, your lessons. Um, don't drag somebody else into it, because the door is not all the way closed. Now, can it be closed in a couple weeks? It sure can, if you're doing the work. That's what's required of you, is for you to do the work. You got to do the work. So it's, again, the quote here, and I think this quote is very important for you too, is don't regret the past. Look around. New opportunities are all around you. Not new relationships, new opportunities. So things for you to do for you and stuff. And then the other question here is it time to let go of the past and move forward? And again, moving forward doesn't mean into a new relationship. It means moving forward into being okay by yourself. And once you are there, once you are fine with being by yourself, that means the person who you then attract is going to be adding to your life, not filling a hole in your life. This person has to add to you. Oh, that's fine. You can like them all you want to, but don't pull them into your shit. Basically, close it all up, flush it all away, and then you can go and hang out with Jeff if that's his desire also. Don't bring him into it. Flush the toilet. Is the best way I'm gonna say it. Okay. Does that make sense? Because that card was all about you, boo. Just just making sure we're clear. Are we clear, Heidi? Okay, good. Excellent. All right, Makaria, can you put your question down below, please? Hi, Benita. Hello, Iman. Y'all gotta wait a second. I got 3 people here already, and then I'll look to YouTube. But I have 3 people already. So let me get through these, and then we will add more people to the list. All righty. So, Makaria, did you put your question just now? Did I miss it? You did? I am not seeing it. Can you put it one more time? I'm not seeing it. It might not be there. All right. So for those of you guys just joining, there's a couple of things that have to happen. One, you have to follow me in order to get a yes/no question. If you want a deeper question, we got some information here. You would like click that profile, and then you will follow the profile, and then we could do a deeper reading into your question. And then, okay, you did again. Makaria, your question's not coming through, though. It's not coming through at all. Hold on. Let me do this. Yeah, I'm not getting your question at all. I don't even see it like blocked. Yeah, I don't even see it blocked. That's Medi. I don't see you, Makaria. You did it again. I do not see it. That's interesting. Can you just type a random question right now? Let me see if that random question comes through. Now, give me a second. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Makaria. Gina, I have you right after Makaria, so just hold on. I don't understand why the question's not coming. Can you type it without the question mark? Because I just saw you just did now. Hilario. Miss. Okay, Hilario, miss me. From your energy, what do you want to know? Your question needs to be from your energy. And that's a good suggestion, Norma. Yeah, so the 3 people that I have right now, ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. Something's coming. Something's coming. Is Makaria, Gina, then Norma, and then we will go back in here. Then I have Nahal. Monroe, you have to clean up your question. I'm only doing 1 question a person. You see it? Oh, okay. Well, me and Hilario get back together. Okay, I see it. Oh, we made it. And that was Ari, adding you to the list. Okay, so thank you. Hold on. I have Nahal. Monroe, please fix your question. Iman. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I'm not a medium then, isn't it? By the way, that wasn't there in the original. Alrighty. Sorry, Apple. Okay, so Hilario. You know, like people who do that, they remind me of red hats. It's like people who, you know, there's a lot of things on this app. I see people watching pimple popping and stuff like that. And you know what I do? I don't go in there and go, ew, that's gross. I just scroll by because I don't want to see it. Who knew that you could just do that? Who knew you could actually mind your own damn business and scroll on by? Who knew? Who knew? Shame. All right. Who knew? Cause I love when people come and be like, God don't like. How you know? I talk to God. Anyway. Don't let somebody tell you you're evil when they can't even hide the rocks in their hands. All right. These are going to be the last 5 I do for now, and then I'll be back. I gotta pick up my kids. So I have to leave in 13 minutes. So these are going to be the last 5 people I do. All right. So Hilario. Well, yeah. The people I already wrote down. So those are going to be the last ones. Who just did the Ari? Okay. So yeah, these are going to be my last ones. I'm going to try to pay attention. Let's see. Macaria and Hilario get back together. Get back together. Okay. So I kind of got 2 cards, and I'm gonna take those 2 cards. I got a maybe. Oh, it's cool because they're both of swords. So this means this has something to do with what's all up in your head. So you got a what is this? You got a page of swords, right? So a page is typically like messengers or stuff like that. And then again, swords are usually like what's going on in your head. Like, are you overthinking? Like those type of things. And then you have the Knight of Swords. So you got 2 swords back to back. And then again, with swords being what it is, but this is a Knight of Action. So the page is a maybe. So this means that your communication is going to be key here between the 2 of you, even having a shot of getting back together, right? So it says here, be bold and curious, be eager to explore the world around you and learn new things. So what new ideas or perspectives am I currently exploring? So this is going to be about curiosity and intellectual pursuit, communication. And communication is the real big part right here. But I'm also getting to that the curiosity, okay, so the triple C's is curiosity, communication, and confidence, right? So the communication is going to be really big here. Is like get out of your head, stop applying intent to what somebody else does and actually ask them for clarity, right? So it's like, oh, you didn't call me last night. Just to give an example, right? You didn't call me last night. You can't sit there and go, oh, you must have been out with somebody. You know, like don't do that little Olympics stuff, right? The mental Olympics. You actually need to get clarity, right? And so that would be, hey, you said you were going to call me and you didn't. I was just wondering, is everything cool? Now you're opening the conversation, and actually trying to hear. That's where the curiosity part comes in. The curiosity part is like, do not assume what the other person is doing, where they're going, who they're with, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Don't be an assumer, right? So stay curious, like ask questions, and then that's going to allow for answers. But in asking questions, there's 3 parts to it, right? 3 parts to communication is speaking, listening, and hearing. So you're going to have to hear what this person is saying, what Hilario would be saying, if you have the opportunity to communicate, because it's a maybe, right? It's a maybe. So you've got to get out of your head. And he does too, to be perfectly honest, because if there's ever going to be a chance, you can't hold the past as part of it. You know what I mean? But the Knight is a full-throated yes, right? So the Knight is like charge ahead. So basically what I'm getting is learn how to communicate, which is speaking, hearing, listening. And then the 4th part to that is actually doing the thing that you said you would do, like if y'all had that kind of conversation, right? And then it's full speed ahead. Then it is all about charging ahead with confidence. There's that confidence word again. Okay. And then, and that's the other part about the confidence. The other part about the confidence is like, you can't be, again, assuming that is something negative about you. So if he doesn't call, oh, he don't want to talk to me. You can't do that. A confident person doesn't do that, right? So if it's like he didn't call, oh, he must have been busy, you know? So leave intent over there with them. Don't make excuses. That's not what I'm telling you to do. I'm just telling you not to be an assumer. Okay? Um, like don't put yourself down. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Okay. So the first step is communication. That's where the maybe comes in. And this communication has to have all the parts together: the speaking, the hearing, and the listening, right? But that next part is once y'all got that communication down, and don't rush the communication, but once you have that communication down, full speed ahead, full speed ahead. And y'all need to be dating like there was no past. You know what I mean? If that's going to happen. Okay, so that's a maybe first. And if we can't get past the communication part, then this yes part is not going to happen. But if we can communicate, if we can be adults about it, if we can listen to each other and hear what each other is saying, if we can work towards something, then full speed ahead. Okay? Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so Gina, can you please put your question? What can I say? Yeah. So after Ari, I'm not going to be able to answer questions probably for like 2 hours because I got to go pick up my kids and then do mom stuff, and then I will be back on. So I think I'll be back on around maybe 6 p.m. Eastern. Gina, did you do your question? Gina, are you still here? Okay, if Gina isn't here, then I'm going to Norma. Okay, Norma, are you here? Will I pass my sample? You got to help me out. Oh, wait, Gina is here. Gina, was Marlon talking about me 3 days ago? Should I be aware? Okay, so I need the question to be about you, not about what other people are doing, because I don't want to be in anybody else's energy. And can you clarify? Not really, because you're asking if other people are talking about you. So should you be aware of what? Maybe if we word it that way, because I'm not getting any response from the cards, and I'm not hearing anything. So let's word that better. Should you be aware of what? Hi, y'all. I'm actually getting ready to get off soon, so I'm not taking any new people, but I will be back on in about 2.5 hours. So 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Does Marlon plan on trying to contact me? That's Marlon. Okay. We need to work on it for you. Should Gina expect Marlon to contact her? Let's try that. Should Gina expect contact from Marlon? Should Gina expect contact from Marlon? This doesn't feel like a question either. That's too many cards, so that's not it. Should Gina expect contact from Marlon? I'm not getting anything. Okay. Is this her card? Okay, let me see. This is her card. Nope. Is that Gina's card? It is. Okay. So, let me hear what the story is. Now the card you got is a no card, but in reverse. So again, no in reverse for me tends to be like there's an opportunity for it to turn into a yes, right? So that's like kind of how I see it. But I'm not getting that it's I'm trying to pick this up here. Okay, so the card you got was the Devil card, right? But you got it in reverse. So upright, I would have said, well, first of all, upright, it would have been a no card that Marlon would not be trying to contact you, that you should not be expecting contact from him. And so that is the difference there. But it says here, face your fears, don't be afraid, and don't let the devil win. What temptations are holding you back from achieving your goals? So it's not, you didn't get it in the temptation way. What you got it in was in the freedom, the release, overcoming addictions, breaking free from limitations. You're avoiding him. Okay. Because yeah, I'm getting goosebumps. So I'm getting the freedom, the release, the overcoming, like those three are like really sticking up for me. And I feel like you could possibly mess up. Okay. It feels like you can mess up. So if you don't want to hear from him, then don't leave the communication open. Don't leave any means of communication open, right? And truthfully, it feels like even if he does contact you, you are to avoid him, because he could be, I don't get that he's temptation. I don't get that he's temptation. The addiction word is close, but I get that he's trouble is what I get. I'm getting that this Marlon person is trouble, and whatever kind of trouble that possibly is. And you're in a space and place of walking into your freedom, walking into, feels like healing even. And if you entertain the conversation at all, you're going to mess it up, because that's going to show weakness. And you don't need to be showing weakness. You need to be showing that you are free from those limitations. You need to show that there is no tie, there is no hold, there is nothing there. And But is that true? That's where I think the problem is. Is that true? And if it's not true, you need to make it true. And the best way for you at this point to make it true is to not have contact. Is that making sense? I don't know where I'm getting this. Um, oh shoot, I gotta get out of here. Is that making sense? Gina? Hello, Michelle. He just feels like trouble. Okay. Um, gosh, it really feels like assert your boundaries, but at the same time, don't even have the communication about your boundaries. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, don't open the door, period, is what that feels like. Do not open the door, period. Like, oh my God. See, it just made me flash to a nightmare I had about the devil. And he looked good. He was like in this trench coat and he was like this really good looking dude. And I'm like opening the door, but I'm on the phone with my grandfather. And just the crack of the door allowed him to come in and like, put his hands around my neck. In the dream. And I'm gonna call it a dream. I don't know what it was. So that flashed in my head to let you know, like, don't even open the door. You get a reading to stay ahead of him. Okay. I think if you lean more into your own intuition, I think you definitely be ahead of him. If you start listening to your own, I feel like there's a woman around you, an older woman, feels feels grandmotherly, but maybe it's great grandmother. I get an older woman. It's really interesting, and she's actually kind of short. Um, but did I lie? I kind of did. I do have medium gifts. Um, but those are things that I got from God. So, uh, yeah, is it his grandma? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I definitely feel, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Um, okay, all right. Hold on. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. So that's I'm getting like I'm getting there's protection. Let's put it that way. I'm getting there's some protection for you. Um, but I'm also just like hearing like no. So like definitely don't open the door. But he's gonna try. He's going to try. Okay. Um that reminds me of Aladdin. Like one step ahead of the you know. Um so yeah. So like you need to have a plan of action. You need to know what you're going to be doing. If you're going to stay ahead of somebody at this point, you need to know what you're going to do. So create plans and don't take any unnecessary risks. Mm-hmm. I really think you need to pay attention to your own intuition, like dreams, even, um, and whispers. Okay. All right. I have. Okay. I'm glad that helped. I have. I'm gonna do Norma. And then I really gotta go because they get out in 10 minutes, and that's a 20-minute drive. Um. All right. So Norma, are you here? You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the rose. Thank you. Ah, I appreciate it. Okay, Norma. I missed your question, babe. Let me see. Norma. Yeah, your question didn't come through, so try a different way, I guess. Try the dots or something. Oh, sample test. When I pass my sample test. Sample test. I don't want to be confused. What's a sample test? Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna be back on. I'm gonna do probably 6 to 7:30 because then I gotta cook dinner. What's a sample test? I don't want to be confused. Yeah, my YouTube peeps, I'm gonna have to like dip out because my kids get out of things. Oh, okay. If it's okay, when you pass your blood sample test. Okay, I hear yes. You're gonna pass your sample test, your blood sample test. Hold on. I don't think that card was for you. I'm hearing yes, but I definitely don't know what that means. So I'm gonna see if I'm backed up here with the cards. But I did hear a yes. So will Norma pass her blood sample test? What passing means to her. Okay, so it's a yes. So we got a yes and a yes here. So this is an earth yes. What fears are holding me back from financial security is the question here. But it also says don't hold on too tightly. But remember, savings are more important too. So I don't know where this is going with you. Does this have something to do with you financially? Because it says financial stability, security, conservatism, control. The control part stands out, but is this a financial? Okay. Oh, then it's good. So this is a financial card for you. And if you see, I'm trying to see if I can show it on YouTube. But if you see it, this is a 4 of Pentacles. And so there's money all around him, above, in front, below. So there's money, there's abundance all around him. And so this is again, it's kind of like a balance of things, right? So it says don't hold on too tightly, but also remember savings are important. So it's like spend and save. So build for your, I'm getting goosebumps. It's like plan for the future, but also live in the present. You know what I'm saying? So it's like both, like have some kind of balance there, right? Yeah. So it has something, whatever that has to do with you, because I still don't fully know, but it's a financial card for you. So I guess it works. Oh, thank you so much. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, I'm gonna be back at 6 o'clock, and I'll do 6 to 7:30. And if y'all jump on, I'm doing 6 p.m. Eastern because that's where I am. If y'all jump on, I will keep you in line because I have Ari, Iman, I have Nahal, Monroe, Iman, and Ari. So those are the 4 that I have next. And I got to go. My kids get out in 10 minutes. All right. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I will definitely be back, and I will help those who I can help. All right. So